What I think part of the problem is people don't understand how closed guard is supposed to work. So you have three ways of attacking anything in closed guard, whether we're talking about an arm bar strategically, whether we talk about an arm bar, a sweep, or a choke, right? First way is cold. You just go for the arm bar, or the triangle, or the sweep. That's hard. Once the other person has good base, if they have some wrestling, so they have good balance, or they know how to defend against, they know that submissions are coming, what they look like, it's very difficult just to go right into an arm bar, right? Sure, if somebody chokes you like this, then they're giving you the arm bar. But once they know what they're doing, it's very difficult. So that strategy doesn't work, okay? Second strategy, which is the one we use most often, which people use most often, is you hold the person in your guard until they start to get tired, right? And maybe they break posture, you break their posture again, they get up, they break their posture again, and after 4 or 5 minutes, they make a mistake and you submit them. And that's good strategy. It's an important strategy, especially if you're going with somebody bigger, younger, and stronger than you. We use that strategy. But you don't want to have to always rely on wearing them out, okay? So the third way, and this is really the way it's supposed to work, is that your timing for all your submissions, timing for your sweeps, the timing occurs as they're regaining posture. So that's how the game is played, right? You're going to be a master at breaking posture, and then you practice attacking the arm as they're getting their posture back. That's the moment where you get your submission. That's the moment where you get your sweep. That's how the game's supposed to work. So we're going to work it backwards today. I think maybe we'll have a little more success. Rather than always working from good posture, break posture, and then go for it, we're going to start with a broken posture. And I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, so let's just say, forget how I broke the posture. I just broke his posture and we're here. You know, the first most important thing we've talked about in this class a lot is I got to occupy that space. So I brought my knees up, I pinched them together, and it's my legs that's making it difficult for Liam to get posture, not my arms. If you don't have that part, if you're still down here like this, nothing I'm going to show you is going to work. Here you're relying on your arms. You're never going to be able to pull anything off, right? Get posture. It's not very hard for him, right? Get posture. Much, much harder. Okay, so he has to use a lot more energy. He has to push a lot more. He has to be a lot stiffer, which is what's going to give me my submission. Now just watch what he does. I'm just going to do something very simple. I'm just going to hold his head with both my hands. Super basic, okay? Get posture back. Just watch what he does. Okay, that's the arm bar. So you don't want to wait until he gets all the way up here and then break posture again. That's the time when we should attack the arm bar. So feel it 2 or 3 times. Just let him get posture again. He has to push on your body to do it. Okay? He can't do it without it, no matter how strong he is. Good. So now I felt it. And now I'm going to attack it exactly like I did that double arm bar. Go. So as he's pushing his way up, I climb and I take it, okay? So that's what I want you guys to do. Hold them, feel them get posture 2, 3 times, relax, let yourself feel it. And then on the 4th or 5th time, try and swallow up a shoulder. If you can climb and get a shoulder, you can arm lock. The secret to a good arm bar, whether we're talking about from the guard or cross sides or wherever, is from the hips down. The whole arm lock is done from the hips down. It's not with your upper body. Your hands shouldn't be doing much. Your hands are basically just there to hold a grip, okay? If this part is bad, your arm bar is totally predicated on your grip. And you're on bottom, and they're on top. And so when we're talking about grip versus grip, they're gonna have way more leverage to rip their arms out than you're gonna have to hang on bottom, okay? So what do I mean by that? Watch. If I'm going to do a bad arm lock intentionally here, okay? If I go here and I go like this, pull your arms out. So there's no, and what matters there is not my feet. The goal is not to get your feet in front of his face. What matters is my hip. See the distance between my hip and his body? And so whenever that distance is there, then the only thing that's hanging onto his arm are your hands. And now when he pulls, There's a big hole there. So this is why it's so important if you're going to throw your leg over the head, you always have to airplane. When I'm here, I don't have to airplane to finish him. Why? Because I'm not breaking his arm that direction. I'm breaking his arm this way. Watch. I'm actually pushing my hip this way, and I'm breaking Liam's elbow this way. Okay? If I want to do a regular arm lock, I go here. Now pull your arm out. He can't pull his arm out because my hip is tight up against his armpit, and that gives me the time to break his arm this way. So that's why the airplane is so important. I can't get up into that armpit if I don't airplane my body, right? If I leave my head here and I go like this, pull your arm out. That hole is always there. As soon as I go here, pull your arm out. I can swallow that space up, okay? And that space is what matters on the arm bar. That's what defines a good arm bar. Same thing if we're here. Lay down. My legs are straight, right? Remember, everything is from the hips down. So I'm hanging on super tight with my arms, but my legs and my hips are relaxed. Get your elbow to the mat. And then that happens. No more arm bar, right? Now I don't use my arms at all, and I'm here. Get your elbow to the mat. Sit up. Right? I'm controlling him from the hips down using my hips and my legs. That frees my arm to just focus on his grip. But it's the same principle. It's that distance of my hip to his armpit that defines a good arm bar. Okay? So if you're having the person pull their arm out, then you're doing it wrong, but that's a great test. So when you put the arm lock on, one way you guys can always test this, he chokes me. I go for the arm bar, and I say, pull your arm out. You can't pull it out. Good arm bar. If I say, pull your arm out, pulls it out, you know you've made a mistake, you tighten that spot up. Okay, keep going.